you guys, it's J Monique. This is my boob vlog number 2. It's been 4 days after surgery. I know it's a little outdated. I was trying to record, but as much pain I was in, I couldn't hardly function. I was just loopy. And most of the time I was sleeping. So it's been 4 days. My surgery day was Saturday the 26th. When I first arrived, we went into first I had to do a pregnancy test to make sure you're not pregnant beforehand. And then my surgery was at 3 o'clock Saturday. But I had to be there at 1:30. When I got there at 1:30, they immediately called me back. And they started me on like an IV of fluids. So as soon as they started me on the IV, the doctor came in, asked me what I was looking for, and I told him, high profile, 450 cc. And he agreed that 450 would be good. It would look nice on me. I'm tall. And with my frame, it would be a good fit. And from there, my mom and my grandma were with me. So it was nice, in which the doctor actually started flirting with my mom, and they exchanged numbers. So I'm like, what's this all about? My result better be good since y'all gonna be talking with each other. But anyways, so they took me back to the operating room. This was actually the first time I became nervous. Like, I was so nervous. I hadn't been nervous the weeks coming up to it, the day before, the day of. But when I got into the operating room and they told me to lay down, my arms stretched out like on the table, I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, okay, I'm going to give you something to calm your nerves. I thought maybe she was going to put a mask on my face or something like this. But since I already had the IV, I assumed she connected another piece to the IV. Because all I remember is this guy came in, put this heating blanket on top of me, and I was out. I was out. The next thing I remember, as I woke up and they were calling my name, the name I don't go by, which is my first name, and they were calling my name, and I was like, what? I was like, they didn't do it. This was my first reaction, was like, they didn't do the surgery. I was like, what went wrong that I didn't do it? And then I looked down, and it looked really small. I looked down, I was like, oh, they did do it. And then that's when the pain came. Usually, you get the perception. I've never had surgery before, but I always thought like once you come out of surgery, it would take a while for the pain to come on. As soon as I woke up, the pain hit me. It was like, I can't even explain it. I keep telling some, people feel like an 18-wheeler ran me over. Like, it was horrible. I was in so much pain. So I told the lady, I was like, give me the pain medicine. Go get the pain medicine from my family. Because they had got the prescription filled while I was under. So she came back with the medicine. And then they want you to sit up. This was like the most excruciating task ever, which seems so little. But I had to like move my feet to the side of the bed to actually stand up to get in the wheelchair. But I couldn't even, it was that painful. It hurt to breathe. It hurt to talk. It hurted to blink. Like, it hurted that bad. And you guys know in my previous video, I was like, man, I'm not going to take any pain medicine. Oh, no. As much pain as I was in, I was like, give it to me. Give me more. What else can you give me at that point? So I I turn around, my feet off the bed, and then we have to put my shirt on. I had brung like a couple of choices for shirts just in case, because I didn't know how I was going to feel. I ended up putting on my button-up shirt, which like came around. Instead of me having to lift my arms up and putting it through a regular t-shirt, I got a button up and then I just buttoned it up. Well, they buttoned it up for me. So I'm glad I didn't I didn't do the t-shirt. But then I also had to wear my surgery bra, which snaps in the front, which I'm still wearing now. I'm only have this on for you guys to see the difference. So then they give me instructions for when I go home. They wheel me downstairs, and then we get to the car. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. I have to get up and get into my car. And my car is a Cadillac truck. So I actually had to like get up and then step up. So it was like horrible pain. And my grandma, oh, my poor grandma. She was just like, Monique, are you okay? She was rubbing me. I wasn't crying or like screaming. I was mostly moaning, like over and over again, because that's like all I could do. I couldn't talk. They were asking me questions, but I couldn't really talk. So that was the only thing I could do to express how much pain I was in. So when we got back to our hotel room, my mom and my grandma's hotel room was on the first floor, and mine was on the third. The pain was so bad is that I could only make it to my mom's room, which was on the first floor. I slept in her room the whole time we were there. I couldn't even make it up to the third floor. So when we got home, it was horrible, but I laid down in the bed, and I had to like sleep in a laid back position the whole time like this, because that's all I could manage. Like, it was just that bad. So I really didn't have an appetite, but I was on like Percocet and Flexeril the whole time, which at first was giving me no relief. The Flexeril was only because the Flexeril was making me sleepy, but I was taking Percocets like every 4 to 6 hours on the dot. And for one of the pain pills that was scheduled, my mom was like, you know, don't take it. Maybe take a Benadryl and just help you go to sleep, which it did help me go straight to sleep. But when I woke up, it was like horrible. I was like, where's the medicine? Where's the medicine? So I took some of that. And once I finally started to feel better, it was like the second day is when I actually was able to stand up. And then like my husband was calling my family, you know, making sure I was okay. But the pain, I would never have thought it was that bad. And to give me a little relief, I had like an ice bag that they went and filled it up for me, and I wrapped it in a towel and laid it on top up here, because that's where most of the pressure was. Like, I still can't take a deep breath now, but most of the pressure was up here and like on the sides here. So the ice really helped like relieve that pain, but no, the Percocets weren't helping me that much. So they just, I don't know what it was, and the pain was nothing like I've experienced. It was just excruciating. But after like the second day, I was able to get out of the bed a little bit and like walk around. The third day after, I actually went out. Well, I didn't go out like, it's hard for me to talk a lot, so I didn't go out, but I did go like in the car, and we rode around Miami Beach for a minute. But I was able to tolerate that, but only like a little bit. Today, being, 4 days post-op, I still have trouble taking in breath. So I was like, when I first got it done, I was taking like little bitty, like, because I couldn't manage to like inhale. Like, expanding my rib cage would hurt so bad. And a lot of things that hurted, the spasms in my back, they were horrible. Like, I would get this pain and like one side of my back, and I couldn't like lay down, so I'd have to like lay like this and then no matter where I moved, if I stood up, if I sat down, if I laid back, it would hurt. Like, it was excruciating, but the Flexeril would help calm it down. So I'm so glad for those, because without those, it would have been it would have been even worse. But they feel a little tight still. I still have some swelling. You guys, this is the bikini bra I wore in my first video. This was so hard to put on. Like, it was like me squeezing into this. None of my bras fit. None of my bathing suit tops fit. The only thing that fit was a bikini, like a bathing suit that came with top and bottom. But I couldn't wear the top to it because it was too little. So I bought this top to go with the bottom. That's the only top that can fit. And it was, I can't remember what size it was. But I literally had to squeeze into this one. So here they are. $4.50 under the muscle. You guys can see the difference. They're still a little tight. Especially like right here, it's tight. But this is after. I absolutely love them. I love them. At first, you always like, afterwards, when I first was looking at them, I was like, these don't look big at all, They look small. The more they drop and the more they fluff, then they started to come into form. Because I was like, and then when I went to my appointment, like, Monday, and he actually took the bra off, and that was my first time seeing him. I didn't cheat or anything like that and look at him, because I really wasn't in the mood. I just was in so much pain. I just wanted to sleep. When he took the bra off and I looked at them, I was like, these don't look right, like, did something go wrong, But it was just because they look so tight. Like, you see how little I was before, and it just looked really tight, like, I can't explain it, but now they're loosening up. My skin is getting, they can move a little bit, you know, but they still haven't like come into form. And I also have to wear this band here. I bought it while I was there. It's to help your boobs drop faster. And you like, let me show you guys. You put it around here, and then you do this, and then you do that. So I keep this on all night and most of the morning, but this band does hurt. It makes them hurt, and I have to take a flex reel, but they tell you to take a flex reel while you're wearing it because it hurts really bad. So, but I do wear this throughout the day to help make my boobs drop a little faster. But it's painful. And mostly I had to take my antibiotics. Omni stuff. I have to take 2 times a day. I think my last one is today, and then I'll be finished with them. But I'm healing fine. I don't feel anything. I love the way they look. I went to Dr. Krau at CG Cosmetics down in Miami. I paid a total of $2,500, and this was $2,500 was for everything. Saline $450. I did under the muscle, which my incisions are under here, which they're healing fine too. Now that they're healing, you know how when you get a sore or something, and then they start to heal over and they start to itch. They've been itching a little bit, but once I go to my appointment and they take the steri strips off, then I'll start to like massage some scar cream on it and maybe some some anti-itch ointment. But they've been healing, and I love them. Absolutely love them. At first I was like, I think that's just me. I'm so such a critic, and I'm always thinking like I'll get the worst end of every stick, but for the most part I like them. I love them actually. And it was down in Miami. CG Cosmetics, Dr. Krau. He was a great doctor. I mean, he was really, really great. He listened to everything I need. I like the place. I would recommend them to anyone. And that is it for my boob vlog. If you guys have any questions, comment below, and I'll try to make another video and answer everyone's questions. Thanks.